Hello, I'm Raisa Chantami of the Indonesia channel in Jakarta, and this is your TIC news break on the hour, every hour. Here's what's happening in Indonesia. The government considers halting the export of unprocessed copper ores to encourage domestic processing of raw materials in the country's industrialization push, following a similar policy on nickel and bauxite. After nickel ore exports were banned several years ago to force the opening of processing plants in Indonesia, the value of nickel export recorded a 30-fold increase from $1 billion to around $30 billion in 2022. The government will not back down from the restriction on mineral ore exports despite challenges at the World Trade Organization from the European Union and other countries, stressing that foreign governments cannot dictate the terms of how Indonesia manages its own natural resources. The government's recent proposal of doubling the 2023 Hajj cost has sparked concerns among pilgrims, some even willing to give up on their dreams if the price hike plan proceeds. Many pilgrims are shaking their heads at the government's plan to raise this year's Hajj cost for each person to 69.1 million rupiah or $4,600, double the amount that one had to pay in 2022. The Religious Affairs Ministry recently proposed that the average Hajj cost per person would total 98.89 million rupiah this year. A person would need to pay 69.1 million rupiah out of their own pockets, while the remaining 30% or 29.7 million rupiah would come from the Hajj Fund Management Agency. President Joko Widodo vowed that 2023 ASEAN chair Indonesia would lead the bloc's member states to contribute to the world amid the challenging global situation, particularly in the economic field. ASEAN this year aims to make sure the region maintains a bright spot for the global economy. This is to maintain the Southeast Asian bloc's stable economic growth. Indonesia will helm ASEAN until December 2023. This marked the fifth time Indonesia chaired ASEAN after assuming the post in 1976, 1996, 2003, and 2011. In the financial markets, here's how stocks and the currency opened in Jakarta and around the region. If you're heading to Indonesia or traveling within the country, here's the weather forecast for major destinations. And that's what's happening in Indonesia. I'm Raisa Chantami with your TIC Newsbreak.